So we're gonna go to the Stonefang Tunnel Smithing Grounds, and something else that Demon Souls does that Dark Souls doesn't do is there's a little hidden mechanic in this game called world tendency. And different events throughout the world occur at different world tendencies. So if you have neutral tendency, if you have pure white tendency, if you have pure black tendency, different invasions will occur. You have access to different areas. Different NPCs will show up. You can obtain different items. There's all sorts of crazy different shit that happens in Demon Souls. The only thing that I fucking hate about Demon Souls is world tendency is almost entirely reliant upon online capabilities, which I think is fucking stupid. Like, literally, there is no point to that. It's just fucking dumb. Like, it just makes no sense. There's no point. We are going to go through the first Archstone, and then I'm going to go back and upgrade my weapon, because I actually forgot to do that, so that's going to make this area a little bit more of a bitch to get through, but it's not going to be too terribly bad or anything. It's not like it's unsurvivable, it's not that the enemies are ridiculous or anything. Like, this area is not at all super demanding. Like, this is a very, very beginner-friendly area, I think. The enemies are slow and dumpy, and they are very heavily susceptible to critical damage. They also really don't like lightning, I think, is what they're weak to. So, like, literally, if you just come here with lightning weapon and just beat the fuck out of shit, like, look at the damage they do. The damage they do is, like, negligible. Now, that isn't to say, like, if they smack you with a pickaxe, yeah, it's gonna fucking hurt. Like, it's gonna give you some fucking dent head level brain damage. You just want to circle strafe these guys and backstab them, as is with pretty much everything in the Souls universe. Just circle strafe and backstab it is your best bet. I'm not getting hit by those guys, because they actually do a considerable amount, and I don't have a lot of healing items, so I gotta be a little bit less ambitious with my strats here. And I did want to get to this game way sooner. I just never got around to it. I ended up moving house, and my grandfather ended up dying before I got a chance to play through it in my old abode, so yeah, this is going to be our playthrough of Demon Souls. And I also wanted to do it online, which is a little bit of a buttercup, because I don't have the financial means to be able to support PS Plus subscription right now, which is a little bit unideal, but it's fine, we'll live. We'll be okay. There's only one boss fight that's really truly going to be affected by it, and aside from that, it'd probably just be a whole bunch of trollish invasions of assholes destroying your gear and, like, causing you problems and, like, killing you and stuff. So it is part of the integral Demon Souls experience, though, I feel, so it's a little bit shitty to be robbed of that, but I also think it's kind of, like, a stupid thing for, like, the functionality of being able to be invaded hinders upon having an active subscription. I think that's dumb. Because, like, it's not really co-op, it's more like forced invasion. It's not like you're wanting to co-op with people, but it's kind of like a give and take. So, with, like, Souls games, you can summon for help, or you can get invaded, or whatever, so it's kind of like having the functionality has, like, a pro and a con. Which I feel like is part of the nature of the game, but it's okay. This is gonna destroy the durability of my sword, by the way. Like, ideally, I'd like to backstab these idiots, but I can't do that. Oh yeah, so something else I forgot to explain about world tendency beyond different items and different NPCs and different world events occurring and being able to access different things is, enemies do massive amounts more damage. Like, massive damage if you have negative tendency. So if you die a lot and you get really dark world tendency, you're gonna encounter red phantoms of enemies that hit like fucking trucks. NPCs are gonna do incredulous amounts of fucking damage. And stuff that you literally can't handle, like, physically. Sucks. This is what I would want my firebomb for, but I don't have my firebomb. This is crap. Don't get me stuck up against the wall, please. Probably didn't need the pine resin for that. I probably could have just double-handed it, but didn't want to risk it. I'm not dying to dogs. Not today. So these guys are insanely stupid. They're really easy to kill, and they're not really difficult, but they do a lot of damage if they hit you. But again, they're really dumb and really stupid, so getting hit by them is actually kind of a chore. Unless you're a complete dumbass. Like, literally, those guys are, like, free cake, for the most part. Okay, getting a ton of goodies from here. We got some full moon. That's good. Not that I'm gonna use it anytime soon, because full moon grass is pretty much, as the name implies, a pretty much full entire heal. And you don't want to waste it on stupid shit. Okay, we're gonna bait this guy backward. Wait, what? And here I thought I was being smart. See, Demon Souls loves doing shit like that. So that could have very easily been our first death. Come here. These digger assholes do not fuck around. They also blend in with the wall a lot because they're gray and brown. Like, everything in this world is like gray and brown until later. And then everything's orange and red and you can't see anything on your fucking screen. Just like the graphics in this game go really crazy later. In there? Really? Damn. My backstab. Oh yeah, he can hit me with that swing, but I can't get a backstab when I'm standing directly behind him. That's FromSoft favoritism. That's what we call that. Rest in piss, asshole. Have another crescent. Just top ourselves up. Whenever I'm running throughout these games, I always like to have full health. Just so, like, when I get one-shotted, I can be like, that guy literally killed me and I was at, like, full health. Like, what the fuck? Then I can bitch about it and have the grounds to do it without getting judged too hard. But yeah, also these guys are like digger rat men. They're like weird mutated bullshit. Crazy, my jump alerts do not work. I have to rework them, but I appreciate the effort. Also, good afternoon, good sir. Oh yeah, there's another one of those fucking jester clown fuckers up here, huh? Yeah. Damn, look how much damage he did just blocking that. Holy fucking shit, dude. Demon Souls don't fuck around. Demon Souls is pretty wacky with that, if I'm being honest. Yeah, you fucking do your Joker impression down there, big guy. Did he fall down there with all the other fucking digger imps? That's gonna be a bitch. I do want to kill this man. He's a piece of shit, and I don't like him very much. Yeah, look at him, fucking cheeky bastard, throwing fire at me from down there. Yuck. Wait, do you have to go across there to heat a lever or some shit? Or, no, you have to go across there to get to the other side so you can drop down and pull the lever from the ground. That's right. Okay, I remember now. It's been a good minute, but I remember now. Demon Souls, if I remember correctly, has like super negligible fall damage. There's just like 5 million dudes here. And I want to be careful about that. Okay, he can't hit me from here. That's good news. Backstab. I blocked. Once again, game, I blocked. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is the durability of my weapon is gonna fall to shit if I can't backstab these idiots, and they're not letting me backstab them, which is an ongoing problem. I can kill this clown. Let me kill this clown. That's my lever I need to pull. I want to aggro these idiots. I already have enough on my plate to deal with as it is. I need to spread these guys out so I can backstab them. If I can, like, whittle them enough to kill them with one backstab, I'll be fine, and I can preserve the durability of my weapon, but it's really hard to do with all of them here. Just hoping that'd be my backstab. There we go. Had to work for it a little bit. There we go. I'll get more out of the durability by double-handing. They take so much effort to put down not using backstabs. It's fucking crazy. then I can just double hand hamburger swing on them until they die. Yeah, we got a sharpening stone, which I might need to use very, very soon. I was gonna say, I thought I remembered this guy going aggro if you try to backstab him, like right when you run up on him. I rolled... Wait, do your backstabs get increased damage from double handing too? No, they don't. Okay, it remains the same, alright. I was gonna say, if I get more damage out of double handing and I just gotta hit them once with a backstab to kill them, then I'll literally just do that. Okay, Clown Man can hit me from there, so I need to go somewhere where he can't hit me so I can drop a heal. I gotta go pull that lever, so we might as well go do that. Clown Man is down there, he can't really do shit from here. I want to kill these two idiots just in case these ass clowns aggro when I pull the lever. I'll do that really fast. It's so unfair that they get to wind up animations while you're in one. It's so bullshit. They just like wind up a rock'em sock'em robot sucker punch and blap you in the face. It's crazy. Wild work, to be honest. Alright, so now that that gate is open, we can actually go experience the super fun zone. And, super fun zone isn't all that super fun. Kinda sucks. Don't ignore me and go back to digging your fucking sandcastle or whatever the hell you're doing. Dig. I'm the main character. You will pay attention to me. Okay, I know I'm gonna take chip damage from these idiots, but I don't want to fight them over here with the clown. Because if that guy happens to fireball me in the back, it might be a one-shot, and I really don't want to get one-tapped by the clown. Okay, it must still be reading him in active animation, which is why it's not letting me backstab. There we go. Oof. Close. Knew I wasn't gonna have time to input right there. That scared the fuck out of me, to be honest. Alright, where's that gate that opened up? I don't remember where that gate is. Oh, it's up there, okay. Yeah, so never mind, we have to drop down anyway. And I want to kill the clown. Oh, he's gonna hit me with that. Dead on in the face. You got that one for free, you lucky fuck. That's all you're gonna get. You're gonna get. Bitch. That's all you're gonna get. Bam, he's dead. Alright, we're all good. Yeah, so the official's gloves. So, there's a whole side quest with the official's gloves. And that's the reason why you encounter this enemy so many times, is you need to wear the constable's outfit, and when you wear the constable gear, you get to talk to this witch that's, like, locked in a tower, and she does boss weapon stuff for you. And then, there's another NPC that is tasked with killing Yurt, the Silent Chief, I think, and Yurt is an assassin. And she basically tasks you with his kill list if you kill him. So she basically takes his presence, and this witch is one of the people that you have to kill to complete her questline, but because the witch does bossy weapon stuff and witchy things, you don't really want to kill her unless you really, really, really want to do that side quest. And then if I remember correctly, after you kill everybody she wants you to kill, she attacks you and you have to kill her. And I don't remember exactly why she attacks you, but she does. We got a shard of meltstone. Alright, so across Demon Souls, when you go throughout the different worlds, you'll find a variety of large stones, sharp stones, spider stone, meltstone, clear stone, blah blah blah. So all these different stones grant different properties to your weapons, and you need individual styles of stone to be able to upgrade very particular certain things. So if you want to imbue your weapon with magic, you need a particular stone to reinforce magic weapons. If you want to reinforce your thing with fire, you need fire upgrade materials, and that's what all these different stones are for. behind me, isn't it? Yeah. You're not boxing me in. You're not hot boxing me. Come over here, you scaly bitch. Oh, shit. They actually don't hurt that bad. I thought they were gonna hurt way more than that. They're fucking fire lizards. That's not bad at all. That's honestly really, really lenient for Demon Souls. Not gonna lie. Got a Dragonstone. And then, interestingly enough, I think in this game, none of the boss weapons take, a particular type of, stone or upgrade mat. I think they just require varying degrees of, like, whatever stone, path you upgraded the weapon with. I could be wrong about that. Kinda how I remember it being, because, like, figuring out boss souls in this game took me fucking forever. Whenever I play a Souls game or a Souls-like game, I never like to look shit up on it. I like to try and figure everything out myself. And in Demon Souls, everything is really, really cryptic and, like, super hyper-convoluted, unless you pay very, very critical attention to story elements and, character backgrounds and everything like that. And, that's kind of how you figure out, which NPCs interact with another, and how you get boss weapons and access to different gear that you normally wouldn't get throughout an average regular run if you're playing blind. Like, you really gotta be attentive in this one. Because, like, the game is founded on a crux of that. That isn't the case with other Souls games either. The boss weapons were never really that cryptic. Like, in Souls 1, you have to level them up past the initial upgrade path, I think. Like, so you have to get a weapon up to +5 before you can ascend it, to be a boss weapon. But, like, other than that, there's no particular qualifiers. Like, the NPCs that all do boss gear and stuff like that are really easy to come across. And I haven't played Souls 1 in a long time. So in the future, post-Demon Souls, we'll definitely tackle Souls 1 and Souls 2 and Souls 3 and do all that fun stuff. So worry you not, we will get around to it. Another reason it has taken me so long to get back to Souls games is because I wanted to play, like, a breath of fresh air and, like, go through a bunch of horror games and, like, RPGs and shit, like, that I had been skipping out on because I was so enamored with Souls at the time, that I have spent so long away from these games and I have forgotten so much information and detail about them that now they're gonna be interesting again. Like, I'm not gonna remember how to get to particular places, I'm not gonna remember boss attack patterns or anything like that, like where to get certain weapons and certain items and stuff. So, like, now it's all gonna become interesting again, which is kind of what I wanted. Like, I didn't want to go and play through a Souls game that I knew back to front, and I could literally just go here and get whatever and, like, be overpowered as fuck, and, like, be able to kill this boss in, like, 5 hits or whatever. Alright, so now that we have this operational, this actually grants us access to our very first blacksmith, outside of the one in the Nexus. And it doesn't really matter, because you can't really upgrade your weapon until you come here anyway, because nowhere is going to have the plentiful amount of materials that you need to be able to do it. You might be able to upgrade your weapon by, like, 1 or 2 levels. That scared the fucking shit out of me, honestly. That made me jump. But, yeah, you can't really upgrade your weapon at all until you come to the digger place. Because, like, this is the only place where material drops in quite a large abundance, and, like, a lot of the pickups you get happen to be weapon relative. You are a bitch, sir. Take your backstab like a fucking man and let me shish kebab you down this set of stairs. They get hyper number when they start a swing too, don't they? If I remember right. Yeah, I hear another man clanking, I just don't know where he is. I like how none of these guys are really actually hostile, and I'm just running up and initiating combat by shanking them in the back. Prison rules, bitch. I don't make them. I just follow them. 2 smacks for you. Oh, this guy's already wise. He's like, yeah, you ain't getting me. We'll see about that. Sucker. Oh, shit. Haha. Get big. Oh, you see it. Y'all aren't getting me. Bitch. thought you were gonna pickaxe me in the back and I was just gonna forgive you. Poor Gerald. Never stood a chance. Rest in pieces. What's up here again? That plank breaks. I remember that. You have to go across it, like, really, really quick. This is where, yeah, all the digger assholes are. I remember. Okay, never mind. Bob's a little bit lost. Bob has no idea what the fuck he's doing. Oh, no, he does. He suddenly remembers. His amnesia is gone. Yeah, they do get hyper armor, that's what I thought. Thought I'd be able to kill him if I smacked him 10 times. Like, what the fuck am I thinking, right? We can go up there, but first, before we go up there, I want to go across this. There's a whole bunch of goodies when you do this, but I don't remember what's over here. The Great Club applies bleed, if I remember correctly, and we haven't really upgraded any of our weapons yet. I think this also causes bleed, but I can't remember. I'm not entirely certain. Let's see. Yeah, it does do bleed. 120. What does the Great Club do? Great Club doesn't do bleed, but it has a whole bunch of spikes and barbs on it, which would imply that it does do bleed, but it doesn't, so... Alright, that's fine. We got a new weapon out of it. A little bit of fall damage. Negligible fall damage. All the lizards are dead. We haven't eased the magma flow yet. So, we have to go back up through here, and then this is the tunnel that takes us to the next boss, I think, if I remember right. But before we hit the next boss, I'm actually going to want to upgrade my weapon, because this next boss is going to be a bitch. And I don't have, like, any fucking healing items for it. That's kind of the thing that I hate about Demon Souls, if I'm being honest. Like, if I had to choose one thing to really heavily criticize about this game, is I hate the healing system. I like the checkpoint system in Dark Souls where they have bonfires and you have, like, a consumable resource for healing. But if you mismanage it, or you get your ass kicked way too hard, you don't have enough to be able to make it to the next one. And then you end up fighting, like, a really big burly enemy that kills you and you just die, and then you have to work your way back to, like, where you were, but you're smarter this time. And you're, like, more prepared. So it's kind of like a roguelike in that regard. Whereas in this game, you can literally just stockpile and spend your souls and get, like, a fuck ton of heals and have absolutely no difficulty at all. That honestly kinda sucks. Yeah, see, there we go. That's the kind of damage from a flaming lizard I would have expected before. That's why I was so surprised. I was like, why did that thing do, like, no damage? Jesus Christ, dude. What? Bro, you need to bounce the fuck up out my way. That is so goddamn fucking stupid beyond measure. I can't even fucking put into words how dumb that shit is. Come over here, you dick. Yeah, well, I need to angle so I don't get caught on the wall. Problem, I can't do that. I need to angle so I don't get my blade caught on the wall. I need to just beat the shit out of these things. That fucking really, really sucks. That was like all the heals that I've been trying to preserve so delicately. Oh, of course. Of course. That's fine. That's alright, I'll take that. Come here, Samuel. Fucking bitch. Let's hope he'll be a team player and let me backstab him, huh? I mean, he kind of owes it to me at this point, really. That's a good boy. Bitch. Preferably, I wanted to go while his back was turned to me. That works, I can bait the jump around the corner. That works. Finally, there we go. Jesus Christ. Alright, pull the shield back out. Bait the dog over. Hey there, Rover. Come on over. Bastard dog. Fucking euthanize the shit out of you. Okay, well, I'm out of healing items for the most part. This has literally never happened to me in Demon Souls before. Anyone? Right. Come on, puppy. Man, I'm so sick of this. They can hit you through the wall, but you can't hit them bullshit. That is so fucking trash. Like, either come up the ramp and fight me fair and square, or let me hit them through the wall also. Bitch. Literally, I have my shield up and everything. Come on, man. Quit doing this to me. Come up here. Dude. Where's my fucking firebomb? This is retarded. First of all. Firebomb. Yeah, of course, now they fucking come up. I knew it. Oh, he's stuck, that's why. Piece of shit. That's programming right there. Stuff. Okay, well now that we've made it through that ordeal. I think this is where the coin for this level is. If I'm not mistaken. Be wrong. If I remember correctly, I don't think there's any more dogs. We got ourselves a half moon, which is great, but we have to use it from our inventory because we don't have anything, like, actually stocked. Then, if I remember right, we have some more digger assholes that we have to kill. Come on, fella. Oh, goddamn, physics on that bitch. Made me actually think this was Dark Souls 1. Nobody else is aggro. Phenomenal. Okay, don't go for the shiny. Kill all the digger men first. Never know what could happen. No way you're alive. There we go. Yeah, I know, Chicky, I saw. Part of me is happy because I'm glad all the people that were in that fucked up shit are going to be exposed, but another part of me is depressed because I know none of them are going to take responsibility or accountability for it. And the victims are probably never going to get the justice they deserve. Not really happy about it. It is what it is, though. When you have so much money and so much influence and so much power, you can pretty much get away with whatever. And that's the mentality that a lot of these people get, and that's what leads them to do criminal, fucking unforgivably bad shit. Like that. Alright, so now that we have defrosted the lava, we can basically go down there now. There's a whole bunch of goodies that we can pick up. But I want to go back to the Nexus first, so I can buy some healing items and upgrade my level a little bit. And then we'll come back here and carry on this area. So the good news is even though we're going to have to do some backtracking and we're going to have to retrace our steps a little bit, we did get a couple of the shortcuts that are going to enable us to get back here much easier this time. So instead of having to fight our way through 5,000 torch slugs and fucking digger men and fucking clown asshole dickheads, we're just going to be able to come back here and, like, literally we're going to go zoop, zoop. Well, we're not going to zoop this part because there's dogs and the dogs are assholes. We'll kill the dogs and then we'll shoot through the rest of it pretty much. So, let's go head back to the, let's go back to the shrine, let's head back to the Nexus real quick, and, we'll come back. Where are the guys that throw things? There they go. Oh, sticky white slime it's called. I could have sworn it was sticky white stuff. I could be wrong, though. So while we're here, let's do some weapon upgrades. Because we're going to be using this weapon for a good minute. We're not going to be able to use anything else for a little while. I could save my resources and go with the Marakumo, or I could get the weapon that I want to get from the Shrine of Storms, but granted that we're not going to be going to the Storm Shrine for another probably hour and a half of gameplay or so, I think it's a little bit more beneficial and a little bit more strategically evident that I should upgrade my current weapon. So this smith, do you recognize him? He has the gauntlet and everything.
These parts.
So his soul form is trapped in the Nexus, and his corporeal physical form is trapped here in the real world.
Show me your steel.
So yeah, this is pretty much our blacksmith for the game. And this guy does everything. Like, this guy literally does everything you could possibly want him to do. We're gonna repair all our shit because we did get the crap beat out of us by a whole bunch of ungodly what-the-fucks, and we're going to upgrade our falchion. Now, we can upgrade it to Sharp, and Sharp gives us... What does that do for us? It upgrades our scaling from Dex from D to C, but it doesn't really do much else for us right now. So we're just going to upgrade it on the normal path, and we'll upgrade it probably 2 or 3 times. Can we afford 3? We can. So let's do 3 upgrades. Now we have a +3 falchion. They'll protect each other? Yeah, of course. Of course they will. Okay, we got a renowned hero soul. Let's make our way back to the Nexus real fast. This elevator is also a little bit tricky. You have to be really deliberate with this elevator, if I remember correctly, because if you step on it in a weird way, it'll, like, fling you off. Or you'll, like, just slip in between it, and you'll fall and die. Which can be really annoying in this game. Actually, you know what? Before we proceed back to the Nexus to upgrade our character... Yeah, this guy wants souls. We can get some Crescent Moon. And Stockpile Thomas doesn't really sell anything, so I guess Crescent Moon is probably the best we're gonna get right now. Let me just buy like 20 of these. It's a hell of a lot of souls, and it's not exactly worth it, because I would like to settle for higher grade heals, but we don't really have, any option right now. Like, I'm so desperate for healing at this point that I'll pretty much take whatever I can get. Now, in Demon Souls, a lot of the enemies will drop you healing items, so you usually don't get to a point where you have to farm all that hard to be able to get them. The only time you'll really get fucked in Demon Souls is if you're parading around an area for an extended period of time, but you don't really get any progress. If you end up trying to survive a lot, and you end up dying a lot, you are pretty much fucked. You run out of healing items, and you can't really do anything, and you can't really get any progress in any of the worlds, regardless of what you do. Or how much damage you do, because, like, literally your health in comparison to the damage you deal and the amount of enemies that are in the game, they construct it on a basis of you making fundamental progress. Like, you need to make progress in order to maintain on a steady path to be able to get to the next point of interest. But now that we've upgraded our weapon, let's head back to the Diggerstone Tunnel. Okay. With us back, with our newly upgraded sword, let us take our newly acquired shortcuts. And we'll go back and fight the scary what-the-fuck that we have to fight. And, I'm not looking forward to this fight. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna hold you. This fight fucking sucks. It's not one of my favorites for multiple reasons. But mostly just because it's a tank fight for me. Like, for my playstyle, it's literally just a tank fight. It's kinda boring and it kinda sucks, if I'm being honest. So we will take some full moon grass. We're gonna take off the pine resin. We don't really need it. Make stamina recover faster. Recover some HP over time. That might be handy. We might want that. Stone of Ephemeral we don't really need until we need it. I never really use those, honestly, if I'm being totally real. Let's see. Yeah, let's put up all our grasses. We're gonna need pretty much all of them to get through this next fight, if I'm being totally real with you. Can't remember if these guys aggro or not, if you run past them, but no, apparently they don't. There we go. These guys, however, you kind of need to kill, if I'm being honest. Because the guy in the upper corridor, these dudes will sandwich you in with that guy, and you'll basically just get fisted until you die, pretty much. Because you can't move. Unless you want a red-hot poker sandwich, if you're into that, go for it. No, I knew he was there this time. I remember he was there. I rolled, and the game did not do anything. That's cool. I also love how I go up around that corner with my shield up, and I turn to face him, and it doesn't matter, and he just gets to pickaxe me in the fucking dome. I love that. You are such a fucking dick. Get out of here, asshole. Only reason you survive at all is because they stick you around a corner. This should be a little bit faster. Because now our sword is upgraded. So because our sword is upgraded, we can just stab these guys once. And just be done with them, which is great. No. Could have been a backstab right there. No reason for that to not have been a backstab, if I'm being real. Just to make double sure, I'm gonna kill all these assholes too. Because I don't want to get sandwiched. Where do you go from here? Yeah, okay, alright, it's done this way. And these are all the fire lizards. We should be able to get past the fire lizards with minimal issue this time around. We'll take the back route. All we have to do is go down here and fuck up the dogs, and now that we're doing more damage, the dogs should be really fast. Should be really fast. I'm gonna kill at least one of them. And kill them in 2 hits. Let's do a roll so we don't get hit by the dog barking through the fucking wood. Come here, man. Come on, Rover. Bitch, I'm not doing that backstab. I wish it would stop doing that. I'm not ever doing that backstab. Can you stop? Can you stop? The fuck? What is the AI of these fucking dogs, dude? Like, sometimes they sit there and they bark once and they jump into you, and then other times they're like, yip, 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 and then, like, constantly bite you. Like, what the hell? Wasting my heals I need for different shit. Backstab this asshole. Wait, did we even need to come here? We didn't even need to come here, did we? That's right, because I already released the magma bell. Fuck. Alright, I'm stupid. My bad. We're pretty much right above where we need to be anyway, so it's not really a big deal. It's just a few wasted heals. It's not really that bad. Plus, hopefully we'll find some more on the way there. Come on, shit weasel. Let me bait you into a swing and then run around the pillar so I can backstab you. Say, I can't see what swing he's doing through the pillar. Nice. Alright. Be on our merry, shall we? Okay, and then we come down here in this previously inaccessible area. Should now be free. This is the wrong way. It goes back to the main tunnel. That's not where I want to go. Do I need to go back up and around here? Yeah, here we go, okay. I just have, like, short-term memory syndrome. Ring of poison resistance. Very handy. Don't really need it. Probably won't for quite a while. Got 4 half moons, that's nice. Part of large sharpstone. Also not bad. Handy dandy for the road ahead. And then, if I remember correctly, I think this other room has another clown guy in it, but he should be way easier to kill than the other one. Because we have a lot more damage now. We upgraded our blade a couple times. I'm gonna let him break those, and then I'm gonna roll into these. Roll through that. Didn't expect him to shoot 2. doing that fucking jump back sweep attack. I'm not doing that. Does it require control stick input? Is that why it's doing it? Maybe that has something to do with it. Let me experiment and figure that out. He's dead. Got another full moon, got another stone. Very dandy. Yeah, always nice, right? Don't you just love seeing strung up bodies with spiderweb? Nice backstab game. He's dead. Pretty rude. So, is this spider stone? Cool. That's for upgrading bows, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's for upgrading bows and arrows. Got another item pickup, and then it's down the lift into the cold depths of hell. Can't wait. First Blade requires magic, I think, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a magic-based weapon. Right. See, we got 5 late moons, we have 3 full moons. A late moon should heal us all the way. I don't think we have to worry about, that, whatever the fuck that was. Resistance to bleed and resistance to poison. We're not gonna need either of those for this fight, thankfully. Half Moon Grass I might want to equip just so I have more healing items in case I need. Used to greatly replenish MP. Sticky white stuff. Enchants right hand weapon with magic. I don't know what this boss is weak to, but I'm going to assume it's magic. I don't think so, but maybe. Alright. Let's do it. Enter Armor Spider. And we're slowed already. Fantastic. Phenom. Great start. And I got webbed again. Great start. I can't roll. Great start. Okay, but he burned the web off me, so now I can run. Great. Get a chance to roll in between your attacks. A lot easier to do when I'm not getting continually bombarded with bullshit. How did that not hit me? There you go, there's Armor Spider. That is literally that entire boss fight. Again, not a crazy difficult boss, just kinda technical, a little bit weird, a little wacky. Yeah, so there you go. If you ever wanted a giant spider boss in a Souls game, you are. Cool. Now that Armor Spider is done, we are in near pure white world tendency because we haven't died. So we got the hard demon soul, and we got some pure spider stone and some spider stone chunks. Let's go back to the Nexus. Let's do some more soul upgrading. And then I think from now on, we don't progress really much further in the Digger Tunnel system. We have a couple options. We could go either to the Chieftain, and I always save this Archstone for, like, dead last. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I fucking hate that Archstone. It sucks miserable amounts of ass. We could go to the Shrine of the Shadow Men. I like to go there around level 25, level 30, and we're pretty much primed to do that almost at this point. We have a decent amount of damage on us now that we're rocking a +3 weapon.
Then touch the demons.
Do a 360 for us? What do you mean do a 360? I don't know what that means. I know what 360 degrees is.
Soul of the lost withdraws.
What do I want to go for? Need to go for a little bit of strength for the Marakumo, I think. But I don't remember what the minimal level of investment is. What we might do is we might get the Marakumo next stream, but I'll probably look it up and see what the requirements are so I don't go overboard into any particular stat. And then we'll play it from there, I think. The Jade Hairpin has some lore to it. Actually, yeah, you know what? Let's do a quick lore. Soul of the Phalanx Demon, a source of great power. Okay, it doesn't have anything in regards to the demon's backgrounds or anything like that, so that's kind of worthless, I guess. None of the weapons are really going to yield all that much crazy information. It's more the armor that probably has some story to it. Yeah, okay, never mind on the lore bit. Oh yeah, the Jade Hair Ornament. Of the kind worn by commoners. So, you get the Jade Hair Ornament from his dead daughter, I think, if I remember correctly.
I can forge weapons for you.
And you can give it to him, but I don't know how.
Ed's still up to his old ways, is he? Even the demons don't know what to do with him, hmm? God, my sides ache.
That reminds me of my grandfather a little bit, if I'm being honest. Okay, so let's repair all our gear. We're not going to worry about upgrading our weapon anymore from this point, because we're going to be switching it out here very, very shortly. I don't have any souls that I can pop. I'm not using any of my boss souls. I might have one singular level on me. No, I don't even have that. Alright. We're just about there, but we're a little bit shy. Where could we go? What level are we, actually? Level 22. Let's go fuck around a little bit in the digger tunnel some more. And then, let's see, I have about another 40 minutes. So maybe if we fuck around in the digger tunnel a little bit and gain a little bit of progress, maybe if we do one more critical thing in here and then we turn our ass around and go to the Shrine of Storms, I think I'll call it good at that point. So let's go to the Tunnel City, let's go see what we're rocking, let's go see what we're fucking with.